You're listening to Kerry Lutz's Financial Survival Network, where you get valuable information you just can't find anywhere else. To thrive in today's trying times, you need the Financial Survival Network, now more than ever. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and get your free newsletter and gift. Financial Survival Network, now more than ever.
Welcome. You are listening to watching the Financial Survival Network, and I'm Kerry Lutz. Well, it's tax time again. You're going to be writing checks. And the question is, how big is your check going to be? And if you've done things right, it won't be nearly as large as if you haven't planned out properly. Well, the person you're about to hear from, Largo Financial Services, his name is Douglas Ez, and Douglas, an expert in financial planning, tax mitigation, and many other topics. Doug, it's great to have you on the show. So we're getting close to tax time. What do you need to do to be prepared?
Well, one of the great things about taxes is you just got to pay them.
Well, you do and you don't.
Yeah,
You're Bill Gates. You're Bill Gates. Then nobody seems to care.
Right. No, the thing is, once it comes, if you're waiting to the tax day to start planning, then you're already too late, right? So it's good to start planning ahead. One thing that I do is I have two people in my network. One is my CPA tax person that does all my accounting work for me on that aspect. And then my tax expert, that understands the tax codes and the tax laws and stuff like that. So, so it just makes it easy to get in front of them and make sure that I'm doing the stuff correctly. And then how is your business structured, right? How is the business structured? If your business is not structured properly, if you're a sole proprietor, then you're going to have to pay because everything is tied to your social security number. And it's not just taxes that we're going to be worried about. It's also lawsuits and all the other stuff that comes when it comes to our business. I see taxes as one part where you're losing money unknowingly that you didn't have to lose if you do it correctly. You didn't have to give the IRS a tip if you do it correctly. And so it's just a matter of understanding that, listen, I need to pay someone the right amount so they could manage my books for me correctly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so obviously preparation. And then the other thing is, what you specialize in is helping people build wealth. So somebody getting out of college now, doesn't have much savings. What would you tell that person to do to start really building their wealth?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. So the first thing is look at where they're throwing money away unknowingly because they don't know they're doing it. And unnecessary, we could fix them. Because a lot of times, the banks, the media, the government, and the pharmaceutical companies all work together to get your money away from you. So they're in cahoots. They make sure because, they want to make sure that they keep the American people mentally broke and financially broke by feeding you information that is going to move wealth away from you. So a person working a full-time job, they just graduate from college and say, okay, I need to now save for my future. The first thing that they do is they save for emergency, right? Because people tell them put emergency money, put in the savings account. Well, that's the wrong place to put the money first because you're losing just by putting the money in the savings account. Now, what do you mean I'm losing? Well, because the inflation is killing your money because you're getting 0.2% or 0.1% interest. And two, you got to pay taxes on the return. So any profit you make in that savings account, you got to pay taxes on it. And then the other place they put money is in a 401k plan. Where they defer the tax. They don't pay the taxes today, they defer it to the future, which also means you got to pay taxes in the future when you start drawing that income out. After you've paid all these taxes over the years, right? And then when you retire, when you're supposed to enjoy your retirement, now you still got to pay taxes. I think the government should even create a retirement tax-free card, right? For retirees, right?
Sure.
Right?
That's great. That's what I want. Yeah. How do I get this?
So one thing that we teach is putting your savings for emergency in what we call a cash value insurance as a savings account. It's not an investment, it's a savings account to save money, to park your money. And then one, you're not paying high, you're already ahead of inflation because the insurance company pays you a better interest rate. Second, you don't have to pay taxes on the interest you earn on that savings account. Imagine that. And it's protected from creditors. So before we even start going into you getting a trust and all that, life insurance is the only vehicle in America that you don't have to pay probate. It doesn't go through probate court. And whoever you choose as beneficiaries, who's going to get the money privately. Nobody knows they got the money. And creditors cannot attach it. IRS cannot put a tax lien on it.
Yeah, so, that's what we want. We want that. Once you make money, you're a total target, right?
Big time target.
Right. So we've got devices out there. We've got systems out there that can take care of all of that. Obviously, if you got money in life insurance and it isn't a pre-existing creditor, then really they can't touch it, can they?
Don't just survive, thrive. The Financial Survival Network.
Fury Gold Mines is a Canada-focused exploration and development company committed to aggressively growing its scalable, high-grade gold assets with major drill campaigns planned across its 3.5 million ounce portfolio. Fury is led by a management team of proven explorers and developers with a track record of success in advancing and financing project development. Fury Gold Mines is well positioned to create value for investors with low-risk development growth and the potential for a new major discovery. Fury Gold Mines trades on the TSX and NYSE American under the ticker FURY. To learn more, go to furygoldmines.com. That's furygoldmines.com.
This is the Financial Survival Network, the information you need to thrive now more than ever.
You can't touch it. And then when you take it a step further and have the life insurance owned by a trust, now you also just eliminated estate taxes. You know, so not only are you building money for the future where the money goes to your family tax-free, now when you have the policy owned by life insurance, by trust, guess what? When you die, the IRS cannot hit it with an estate tax bill.
Right. Yeah, well, most of us, if you're like me, you're never going to die, right?
I know, right?
I'm going to live forever, as the song goes. Yeah? I'm going to learn how to fly, all that good stuff, right? So what do you do here? How do you start doing this?
Well, it's always good to speak with a financial advisor that is well-rounded. Unfortunately, not every financial advisor take the time to understand how the wealthy operate. So what I started doing, a little bit background when I got into this industry, the financial industry, when I was 24 years old. I didn't know nothing about finance. I was waiting table at IHOP, and somebody gave me a business card, and I got into the industry. And I say, you know what? I need to understand what the wealthy families are doing. So I started studying wealthy families and seeing how they operate. How are they able to keep wealth in the family from one generation to the next? And I started seeing that they do stuff differently from everyone else. So yeah, it's good to work with someone that is actually very well-rounded, that understands different ways of protecting, because what we want as individuals is protection. We got to protect ourselves from lawsuits, right? Because everybody's always looking to sue you, especially when they see you're making money. Or a mistake might happen and you get into an accident and stuff happens. So we need to protect.
Yes, exactly. Just assume that if you ever make any money whatsoever, there's going to be somebody there with their hand out, whether it's the government, whether it's lawyers who want to sue you. Right? They're all going to have their hand out, right?
All the time. Somebody's always ready. So the key to wealth building, I always say, is this. I heard it from Rockefeller when I was doing that research. Own nothing, control everything. That means you don't own anything, your social security number, but you control all the stuff that is tied into, that you're using. Own nothing, control everything.
Yeah. Well, I like it. I think that'll work for me. And so you can never do that too young, can you?
No, you cannot. I mean, it's actually important to even have your kids protected, because again, as they get older and they're driving, because a lot of parents do what? They sign off on their children at 16 years old to have a driver's license, right? And then not realizing that if your child gets into an accident and God forbid they hurt someone real bad, guess who they're coming after? Everything you have.
Yeah.
In a civil suit.
Yep. You are a pretty much an open book, and they're going to come after you. So you've been doing this yourself a while, right?
20 years in the business.
20 years. And what is the biggest mistake you've made?
I signed up for a timeshare without understanding.
Did you know they're all scams?
They're good salespeople. They sold me one.
Okay.
So that messed me up when I was young because I didn't know. I went to a presentation and they got me hooked and I bought it. Then I realized, man, Douglas, what's going to happen? Where are you going? You have no money. How are you going to go to the Bahamas, on this timeshare vacation that you just paid for? So I tried to get out of it and I couldn't. So it forced me to say, you know what? I'm going to just file bankruptcy because I stopped paying on the deal. Then the company put judgment on me. And then I filed bankruptcy using that. But then it taught me a lesson to figure out how to build my credit. And today my credit is over 800 credit score because I use cash value life insurance to rebuild my credit.
Wow. All right. Well, I know people are going to want to find out about this. Where is the best place to find you these days?
Yeah, so definitely, they could follow me on Instagram and I am Douglas Eze, EZE. I am Douglas Eze. Or go on my company website, lagofinancialservice.com, and send me an email from there. And I'll respond to all my emails too.
All right. I like it. I like it a lot. And hey, so tell us what's the smartest thing you've done in your career?
Man, I wrote a book called Creating Generational Wealth. What the super wealthy know that you need to know. Because I realized everybody talks about creating generational wealth, but there was no blueprint on what you need to do to get that done. So I actually wrote that book in 2014 and we've sold a lot of it and we're still selling a ton of it because it kind of gives people a blueprint to start thinking differently and understanding the power of tools that you have to have in place if you want to pass your business on to your children or even if you want to protect your family correctly. Okay.
Well, I like it. Hey, so again, just tell us the website, where to find you.
Yes, lagofinancialservices.com or on Instagram at I am Douglas Eze.
All right, excellent. If you got a question for Douglas, shoot me an email to kl@kerrylutz.com. You'll find a link to Doug's site in the show notes on financialsurvivalnetwork.com. And while you're there, please sign up for your free newsletter. I think you'll profit greatly from it. Doug, been a pleasure. Wish you the best, and we will talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Nice meeting you. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Kerry Lutz's Financial Survival Network, your solution to today's trying times. For the latest, go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com. Financial Survival Network, now more than ever.